Okay, this one is going to be an interesting take on this particular original. Hope I can make this one look a lot more interesting than what it usually is. I've done one of these before, a different version, so I'm going to do this version. So this one I'm hoping will turn up a treat. So I'm wondering if negative positive is going to work with this type of original. And we're going to add yellow as our background colour for this. This one is probably not the easiest one to make look good. So yeah, we're doing negative positive. So I'm wondering, we're not going all the way with the brightness. We're not going to make it really dark for some reason, even though this original, we'll leave the hue out of it. It's nice to do things a little bit different. So let's see how we go with it. And we're just going to leave it the black. So I think we can do that. And we're going to do something interesting with it. It's a boring thing. And it's basically Chiswick Plumbing. And they now do hot water. I just had my hot water serviced or replaced just under 2 months ago. Nearly 2 months, 1.5 months ago. There's nothing worse than a fucking hot water service failing on you. Fortunately, the drainage system worked, and the water that was overflowing in my hot water system safely went down the drain. But sometimes that doesn't happen, and that's a really scary thought. But I don't need the services of companies like this. I live in a housing department unit, so they do all the servicing for me. But anyway, we got this funny, it looked like the machine had rotated the image, but I like the look of Chiswick Plumbing this time. It looks really good. We're going to use that as our original. So we're going to get rid of the original fridge magnet. That'll go back on my fridge. I like collecting fridge magnets, even though these are not the nicest ones. I think this one's going to be enlarged to A5. So we're just going to put that on the glass, our intermediate original. So that's that one. Or should I say, yeah, let's see how we go with it. Now, we don't want it in negative mode because it'll become positive. I don't want a positive image off this one. So I'm just going to switch off negative positive. And we're going to get rid of the background colour yellow. So we're going to switch that off. And we're going to probably do some adjustments here. Maybe we're going to get rid of the red, so we're just going to go to the copy density, and we're just going to stay in the middle. The contrast is gone because of brightness, but we've now lost these, so now what are we going to do? I've got to just go with it. But that won't work with copy density, so I'm wondering if we are going to go toward the red and stay on the brightness instead of that. So the brightness is in place, so let's see how we go. We've got to enlarge it, so we're just going here. No, we don't want that. Damn you, fuck. Anyway, let's see how we go. Right, this is when we have to use the original size, and that's why I do think that the machine rotated my image, because I didn't set up the paper here. Or did I? I think I had to set up the original size, but it's hard to know when you need to do that. So here we are. This is what it's detected. So you have to go here and you have to select your paper. Not your paper, your original size. What area of the glass you're going to use. So I could say A5, but I'm just going to say A4, and that's all it needs to know is that. Because, yeah, we're going to use the A4 area. Well, if I'm correct, we're going to enlarge to that size, so I think we might end up cutting it off if we used the A5 instead of the A4 area, because the A4 area is A4 is the size I'm going to enlarge, and I need the Well, whatever, I'm confused myself. Sorry, guys, but photocopiers, even for me, can often be confusing. Now that looks really nice, that looks really rich, and you can see the beautiful reds in that. We're going to make this into something better. I'm going to make it into a mirror image. It's got the right look, the right positioning and all that, the right shape. So we're just going to... So the first time I photocopied one of them Chiswick things, I did a shit job of it, but it wasn't really a good original, and I didn't use movement, so... Because movement can really transform a dull, boring original when you're talking making photocopier art. And movement can just totally transform it. So that's our second image. So we've got there, and we've got to make a couple of mirror images out of it. So we're just going to go and we're going to try and look for our mirror image feature. There it is. Switch it on. Okay. Close, and we're going to hit up 2 copies as well. So we're just going to do our usual Konica Minolta 3-step process. In this case, only once instead of twice. I just love making these mirror images. They look really good. Normally, not always, often. Well, maybe, I don't know if we could say normally or just often. But anyway, that's our mirror images. We're now going to place our 2 mirror images in each corner up here. Up this corner, let's hope we can just line them up nice and neat, and that there's not too much of an issue with curling, because curling can really disrupt my process of creating an artwork to be videoed. Just to lay these sheets on the bed as precisely as possible without getting too fussy, but it's very hard to get it right when you're in this improvised sitch, and the sunlight can be a problem. But anyway, I'm really chuffed about this one. This one's come up a treat. Something so boring and mundane has now come up really nice. I'm chuffed.